Welcome to Year 11 Biology. I'm Mr. Mello, obviously, in case you didn't know me. So today's going to be really all about just making sure you guys know exactly what you're going to expect from Year 11 Biology and what I expect from you for Year 11 Biology. So let's get into it. So let's first talk about what is this thing that we call biology. So Wikipedia, best place to get definitions from. Biology is the natural science that studies life and living organisms, including their physical structure, their chemical processes, molecular interactions, and physiological mechanisms that drive the development and evolution. Okay, that is what biology is, and that's a fantastic definition of biology. But there's lots and lots of complex words in there. So, how I define biology is that biology really is the study of living stuff, why this living stuff is alive, how it got to be alive, and how it keeps being alive. All right, that's really what the guts of biology is, all the way from Unit 1 biology all the way to Unit 4 biology and after that. So what are our goals for this year? Our goals really, Year 11 biology is a preparation for Year 12, okay? All your Year 11 subjects, you're going to be building some skills in Year 11 that are going to be so important for you to do well next year. And you're going to be building a base of knowledge that is really going to just support your Year 12 experience, and it's going to help you get into the best marks. And then most importantly, you're going to hopefully create some awesome habits this year that you're going to know for next year, so that you can really focus on learning the content next year and learning the skills so that you can do as well as you can possibly do. But also, our really, really important goal in Year 11 biology is really to gain an appreciation and an interest for this study of life, all right? I really want you guys to learn from biology in a way that you actually come out of classes going, hey, maybe this stuff is actually quite useful in terms of the bigger picture of understanding how life works. And certainly, I want you to make sure that you learn from biology more that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So what are the expectations for Year 11 biology? My expectations from you guys. It's really, really important that you guys are coming to all of your classes, all right? This is going to be, if you're starting to miss classes, you're going to start really feeling that you're not up to date in all of the work, all right? We move quite quickly through the work, so you miss one or two of classes, you're really going to feel that. So it's really your responsibility to catch up before the next class, all right, if you do end up missing a class. Obviously, you can come and see me, but if you really want to get into contact with me, I'm more than happy for you to shoot me an email. I'm quite quick in responding to emails, so write down my email so that you've got that information. If you do miss an assessment task, you have to make sure that that's caught up as soon as possible, and that's completely up to you guys to make sure that you come and see me to catch up with both any classwork you've missed and also any assessment that you've missed. Make sure that all of your materials are brought to every single class, okay? The textbooks that we're going to use next year is the Nelson Unit 1 and 2, which is a really pretty textbook. Your workbook is the Biozone textbook, which is the Unit 1 and 2, not as pretty. Those of you that are really keen, you can buy this checkpoints book as well. That's just filled with exam-styled questions, and it's really great preparation for the exam this year and also for next year. Also, make sure that you bring a USB, because sometimes you want to share some stuff that I give you, or your stationery, obviously. Make sure you bring a calculator. We don't often use it, but every now and again we do use it. Make sure also you bring any headphones if you need to catch up on any videos or watch any videos in class. Make sure you're doing all your assessment in blue or black pen. Alright, sounds pretty obvious, but some of us don't do that. And then also make sure that you're really ready to learn and ask plenty of questions, all right? It's how you're going to learn in class. All right, the standard that you set for your VCE journey, all right, starts today, really, all right? So if you start creating some study strategies and a good work ethic, you're going to actually see that it actually becomes easier to do your work later on. You're not trying to catch up, right? You're always up to date. So let's talk about these videos. All of these videos, the method that you guys are going to work through is called flip learning. So all the lesson content that we're going to go through, so the content I expect you to know, is pretty much recorded, all right? And the delivery of the content in the tasks is organized in our VCE Biology website, which is found here. So it's mrmellobiology.wordpress.com. And your videos can be accessed either through a YouTube link on the website, or they'll also be on pickups, all right? And these are going to be available usually about 2 days before the lesson, okay? So make sure that you're doing the work for the videos. Actually watch the videos before at home. The biology videos, they won't go for longer than 10 to 15 minutes, so it's not going to be a big requirement from you. But that way you can actually come to class and you're up to date, and then you can actually ask any questions you have. And all your questions you can obviously ask like old school in class, but also there's going to be Google Forms on the website, and you can also shoot me an email if you find that easier. Right? But that's pretty much the flip learning approach. So why are we actually doing the flip learning? Okay, so the main reason I like flip learning is that you get to learn at your own pace, right? You're not held back by other students in your class, and you're not forced to go faster than you can actually learn. You can actually work at your own pace through this flip learning system, all right? The time that we get in class, if you're watching the videos beforehand at home, is really going to be awesome to consolidate your understanding and work through questions, gaining lots and lots of comprehension of the content, all right, so you can actually apply the learning. Research, all right, so there's some great research that actually has shown that students within flipped classrooms actually perform better than those in traditional classrooms. You can actually see this. So Science Magazine actually reported that the control group, so this is a traditional classroom, was performing significantly worse than the experimental group, which was in a flipped classroom. More specifically to us here at Cassidy, because we do have these combined classes, it often means that the Unit 1-2 students can feel a bit like they're taking the backbench to the Unit 3-4 students. I don't think this is fair, so through having this flipped program, you guys are going to see that you get to actually cover the content in a much, much better way, and you get to actually have more time with me in class. Another great reason is that actually prepares you for uni TAFE real life, where you get all this resources provided to you, and you actually have to guide and pace your own learning. All right, so let's have a chat about the website where all this content is actually put on. So this is the mrmellobiology.wordpress.com website. I know, very, very flashy. But pretty much this is the main page, and on the main page you're going to see the content that you'd be working through on a specific day. So this is today's date, all right? And if you go through, here's the video with the YouTube link that you'd be able to access. This isn't the one, this is the one from last year, obviously, because I'm recording this one now. Underneath the video, you're going to have a Google form where you can answer specific questions about that specific video. So at the end of this video, if you go through and go into this Google form, you can show Mr. Mello that you can actually use Google form. You might have some download links like this. So this is the download link for the study design. All right. You might have some tasks. So today I want you guys working through Biozone 27. All right. And that's pretty much how the website works in the front page. Make sure you're not doing the Year 12 content, by the way. All of this information actually gets collated later on. Obviously tomorrow when we get on to a different work, this information is actually going to go into Unit 1, Area Study 1. All right, and the first part of this Area Study 1, cell size, structure, and function. Okay. For the website, you can actually search an area of the website. So, for example, if we might be studying chromosomes, right, you can actually go and search chromosomes. So you can actually go and access that area pretty quick just by using the search function as well. And not only the videos are going to be put onto the website, but they'll also be put on pickups, like I said, and just the straight PowerPoint of the videos will be on pickup. So if you just need some clear information from an area of the PowerPoint, you can just get that from pickups as well. Now let's have a quick chat about the VCE biology study design, specifically the areas that will be specific to you. So the study design, before we go on to it, the study design really is what you will be learning this year. All right, I'm giving you today your guide to your study. All right, so when you're going to go and study for exams, I know no one's thinking about exams yet, but it's really important that you're using the study design. So hold on to the study design because it's going to be important to us down the track for sure. All right, this is the VCE biology study design. All right. How the study design works is I've pulled out the important parts for you guys. So you've got a contents page here, but you don't have all of these pages. This is the whole study design. You've got some aims of the course, the structure of the course. The first part I want you guys having a look at is what we call the cross-study specifications, all right? They're called cross-study because this is actually specific to all of the VCE sciences. So whether it is that you do VCE biology, VCE chemistry, VCE physics, or VCE psychology, these cross-study specifications are pretty much the exact same, all right? With some minor tweaks here and there. So there's about maybe 5% that's different, but for the most part, this is the exact same, which is awesome because it means that you don't have to learn as many key skills for your subjects, all right, if you do those. But pretty much these cross-study specifications, we've been talking about these for a long time in junior science. So it's all about developing aims and questions, hypotheses, planning, undertaking investigations, complying with safety, ethical guidelines, conducting your own investigations, actually taking some data, analyzing and evaluating your data, drawing some conclusions, all right, and then communicating those scientific ideas. And then there's some really important elaborations of those in here, all right? It's a really good idea to get to know these quite well, and it's going to be our focus of Rollover, making sure that you guys understand these key science skills. There's also an outline of what a scientific investigation should look like for all of the VC sciences. This is consistent as well. But then the really awesome part is the guts of it, hey? What is the content that we're going to learn? So Unit 1 is all about how do living things stay alive, all right? Area Study 1 is all about how do organisms function, all right? So we're going to look at cells, all right? We're going to look at plasma membranes, energy transformation, so that's photosynthesis, cellular respirations. And then Area Study 1 finishes off with some dissections, all right, and looking at some functioning systems, which is pretty fun. And then Area Study 2 is all about how do living systems actually sustain life, all right? So this is looking at adaptations, biodiversity, and then we actually get to look at the relationship between organisms within an ecosystem. We get to go on an excursion into an actual ecosystem, which is good fun. And then Area Study 3, so Unit 1, finishes off with your own self-designed practical investigation. So just like you did in Year 10, you get to do one of these, but just for biology, and some key knowledge on that as well. Unit 2 biology is all about how is continuity of life maintained. So in terms of this, we're looking at, firstly, we're going to look at reproduction, and then we're going to look at genetics, which is inheritance, all right? And then Unit 2 finishes off with you guys actually investigating your own issue. Okay. All right, so for the rest of the lesson today, make sure you answer these questions on the Google form so I know that you can do that. And then have a go at doing the Biozone 27 for the rest of the class.